Hello. Uh, it's been a while, and it was only yesterday actually that I logged onto my YouTube on my laptop because I was going through I have these times sometimes where I just sit on my laptop and I'll go down a rabbit hole of researching stuff, completely useless information. But I absolutely love it. It's really a way for me to completely switch off, and I really needed that. And basically I was trying to find out what happened to the Ludo puppet from Labyrinth. I found out what happened to Hoggle. If you've seen the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then just ignore me. But yeah, massive fan of Labyrinth. And I just had to find out where he was. But I saw a comment on there from Gary, and he said, I hope you're okay or something. Are you going to do another video? And I was like, no. I lied. No, at the time I was like, no, definitely not. But today I thought, actually, why not? So I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know if a lot of you were aware that I actually quit YouTube. I didn't do a video obviously saying that I've quit because I didn't want to be over dramatic. But I did put a post up and I just said basically I'm getting shitloads of hate from people, angry men. And I thought, I'm not having this. I deal with enough of that as it is. I don't want to deal with that on a YouTube channel for autistic people. It should be a positive place. So I was just like, that's enough. I've had enough, basically. So it's been 6 months. But I'm from the UK, obviously, and this is our 3rd lockdown. And I just thought there's probably loads of people out there that are struggling, and I actually don't know how it's been for other autistic people, because obviously our brains work differently to neurotypical people. And all I've heard from neurotypical people, it really is, oh, it'll be over soon, oh, I can't wait for a new normal, can't wait to go on holiday, oh, it'll be alright. And I have some thoughts. I'm not going to share all of them because I assume they'll be quite controversial. But I've always seen things differently to other people, or felt like I have anyway, which is a curse and a blessing. And I was just wondering if any of you guys felt the same. So obviously it's common knowledge, a lot of people are struggling now. It's been going on for upwards of a year. Everybody's fed up. Everybody wants to just get on with it and have done with it and just never wear a bloody mask or never live in fear of the bloody virus that's going around ever again. Everybody just wants to get rid of it and just have a life again, don't they? And in many ways we are in the same boat. But I've been thinking probably a bit too deeply about things, and in all honesty, let me just put a disclaimer out there actually. I understand most of the rules that have been put in place. I understand that this virus has killed people, but I don't understand some of it. I think some of it is very weird and quite frankly unnecessary. And I do feel like there's so much control from different angles. The media seems to be controlling us, scaremongering us, putting thoughts in his heads, making us think, oh, bloody hell, oh, we can't do, oh, God, panic, national panic. And then the government's there telling us what we can and can't do, but we can do that bit, we can't do that, but we can do it a bit, but not too much, which is confusing us. And then things are happening, and I'm not going to go into whether or not I'm going to have the vaccine or anything. I don't want to start World War III on here. I'm going to keep it as neutral as I possibly can. But I've heard stuff about a vaccine passport, so you have to have the vaccine if you want to go abroad, when we're allowed to go abroad, obviously. And I just thought to myself, this is near enough exactly the same as 1984 by George Orwell. This dystopian, nightmarish, grey, homogenous, monotonous world where everybody's like, obey, you know. It is getting to that stage, and I am probably the most scared of that happening than anything else, and it's already started to happen. Now, I didn't do this video to scaremonger you. I didn't do this video to try and change your opinions about things. I'm literally just telling you how I feel, catching up with you, and asking for your thoughts and your comments and your input, basically. But that is what I'm getting from all this stuff that's happening. I mean, if it stopped the spread of the virus, I could completely understand. But as far as we know, it doesn't. So what's the point? You know, vulnerable people with illnesses and stuff like that are classed as high risk. Of course, you're going to get the vaccine if you're classed as high risk. I would do exactly the same. I'm not high risk. Why do I have to have it? But I'm not saying whether or not I am having the vaccine or not, you know. Oh God, I've slipped up a few times with that. So yeah, I just feel like I am trapped in this grey, dark, Orwellian hell at the moment, and there's no way out. Big Brother is watching you. And it didn't really get to me. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this on my previous videos. It's been 84 years since I did my last video, so I don't know what I was talking about back then. But before the first lockdown, I'd really got into lifting weights and I loved it. And my quads were quite big actually, and I didn't realise it at the time, but now I'm thinking, fucking hell, I missed that. You know, I put loads of effort into it. I did loads of research. I had a brilliant PT, learned loads off him, and I look forward to going to the gym. That was the 1 hour of the day. I could have the shittiest day ever. Go into the gym, do whatever I was supposed to be doing, come back out feeling pretty much invincible. And I mean, there's no mental health help down here. I'm sure if you've watched my videos before, you'll have heard me whinging about that. There is nothing. Note. Honestly. Even if you're on your arse, like ready for off, there's nothing. There's a crisis team. And we all know how useless the crisis team are. Most of us anyway. I've had, you know, been in that place, obviously. It's common knowledge. Anyway, that's a side issue. So for me, my therapy was the gym. And I was getting physically stronger and I was feeling loads better about myself and I felt very positive about it, and I just wanted to keep going and keep going and keep going. Watch Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it about 20 times in a week. You know, I just thought, bloody hell, why didn't I do this sooner? You know. And then the first lockdown happened and I did some home workouts and that dwindled a bit, and, you know, then the gym reopened, went back to the gym, then it closed again, and oh God. And now I've been running, but it's a completely different exercise. I want to be strong. I don't enjoy running. When I'm running, I'm thinking, I wish I were on that fucking squat rack right now. You know, I don't know. I just miss everything about it. And I'm sure a lot of people are in the same position as well, because a lot of people feel the same way about the gym. You know, it is mentally and physically very good for you. Animal rights activism, haven't been able to do that. Volunteering, haven't been able to do that. I've had a day job, off sick from the day job at the moment after having a meltdown last week about all this. It just all of a sudden happened and then that's it, boom, week off. And I've been doing OnlyFans for 18 months as well, and I've managed to get that to a place where I'm making, I'm doing really well. But that takes up a lot of time, even though it doesn't probably seem like it. I am on my phone like 8 to 10 hours a day. So I have been occupied. But it's just recently, you know, thinking about all the control, everything that's happening in the world, everything that I just don't agree with and I think is against human rights. I mean, I understand wearing masks and stuff like that, the social distancing, I understand that. I understand not being able to go out and go to the pubs and stuff, of course, I understand that, you know, that's fine. But I just think, you know, everything that's been happening in the news recently and all the rumours that are going around and all the scaremongering, and it's, I'm not scared of the virus, I'm scared of being controlled. You know, and I feel like this is just the beginning. That's my worst fear. You know, if we're gonna end up like on George Orwell's 1984, that's not the kind of world I want to live in at all. But for a very routine-based person, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, I haven't had a routine for ages. All that's gone out of the window. I've tried to, and there has been days where I have had a routine. You know, I still do stuff on certain days, you know, like I did before. But because so much of what I used to do is being taken away and I can't do it, I'm just like, well, anything goes then. You know, stay in bed till 10:30. I'll never do that. I don't have lie-ins, I get up early. You know, there's always stuff that I'm doing, there's always stuff that's on my mind. My mind's constantly going 24/7. Excuse me. So it's really, really weird. And it doesn't feel very good, you know. Socially, I've not been bothered about not being able to see friends, really. I know that sounds really bad. The only thing is I was going to see a friend from Sheffield who I haven't seen for 3 years. Pretty much my best mate. And then we went into lockdown. So that didn't happen. But that doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is I'm 30 years old. Finally got a bit of, you know, get up and go in me. Finally seen that actually I'm not a piece of shit. I do want to stick around. I do want to make something of myself, and I have got goals and I've got ambitions and this, that and the other. And then I can't do most of them, you know. I mean, I saved up a lot of money to do a couple of courses so I could start my own business up. I can't do the courses because there's people in the courses, and obviously that's not going to happen during COVID. I was going to have surgery that I've been wanting for years, that would massively improve my life. That got pushed back to the 23rd of March, and I'm not convinced that that's going to happen. And I had to put on weight for that, and I hate putting on weight. I really bully myself when I put on weight. But again, that's a side issue. But I guess you've got to think, at the end of the day, there's always somebody in a worse position than yourself. And I do constantly think of that. And, you know, any GoFundMes that are going around and stuff like that, I usually donate to and that. And I try and keep in mind that I am lucky. You know, I've got a roof over my head. I've got 2 jobs at the minute. Hopefully 1 soon. And I'm all right, you know, I live with my partner. But it's the weirdness, it's the vibe, it's the fear, not of the virus, but of what's happening to us as a society, what's happening to the world, what is happening to the compassion, to the meaning of life, you know. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm just trying to get my words out, but I struggle to get the words out properly, if you know what I mean. It's just completely different, and it doesn't feel like real life. And that's what I'm struggling with at the moment. And I mean, there's loads of inconsistencies, and I don't know, some of it might be conspiracy theories, but a lot of it is, I know it's true, because it's believable, and the statistics and everything, but just the fact that so many people are killing themselves and the government is not funding mental health services, they're covering up the statistics. Why? I find that really, really sad, and I think about it a lot. And all that could be avoided. Well, most of it could be avoided if there was the proper help. But where's the help, you know? So yeah, I just feel very, very sceptical at the moment. I haven't got a routine anymore. I'm very, 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 very anxious. Like fucking, I don't seem it, but it took a lot for me to get dressed and put some makeup on and do this video and not cry. But yeah, it's just fucking weird, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, I could go on forever, and I could start getting very controversial, which I don't want to get, and political, which is only going to end up in you know, fights in the comment section. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the situation, and let me know how you've been. I will recognise your username if you're somebody that used to comment on my videos. I do remember all of your names pretty much, and you know, I know that I've had conversations with a lot of you as well, so it'd just be lovely to hear from you, really. I hope that you're all staying safe and taking care of yourself. Remember to be kind to yourself, and it's fucking shit, but we'll get through it, won't we? We've got to. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do another video yet. This is like a one-off, I think. But yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble on. See you later. Bye.